It was the year 2003 when Peter Jackson released the closing chapter of his beloved Lord of the Rings trilogy. The previous two episodes were not exactly Lord of the Oscars. Apart from some wins in the technical categories, the Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers were snubbed big time. Well, okay, the award for Best Makeup was well deserved. Yep, it was one of the few times the Academy Awards got scary. But boy did they change their tune. After those few little wins, the third installment was nominated for a whopping 11 awards, including Best Film and Best Director. Did the Oscar voters all of a sudden fall in love with Hobbits and Orcs? If they did, it sure wasn't from director Peter Jackson trying his hardest to win them over.
I ultimately made the movie for me. I mean, I was aware of the audience, aware of fans and people that hadn't read the books, but every film I make, I always make it for myself. I always make a movie that I'd enjoy seeing, and I certainly would, I've certainly made the film that I'd like to see.
So let's explain. By the time Return of the King saw the light of day, the Lord of the Rings movies were a widespread phenomenon. The three chapters combined made almost $3 billion at the box office. And yes, a lot of parents named their sons Elijah.
We will need to shoot another bit of Elijah in this thing, but it won't be for an hour or two.
It must have been a wake-up call for the Oscar voters, who witnessed people of every age going to the movies to see a piece of outstanding storytelling. The world embraced The Lord of the Rings, and now it was finally time to reward that.
It is one of the great projects to do, and I'll be spending about 8 years of my life on it by the time it's finished, and it's worth it. It's just worth doing because it's so much fun.
Go, Brian, go.
And maybe they felt a little bit sorry for this beardy guy who gave up so many years of his life to create the world's biggest trilogy. Return of the King made Oscar history and won all 11 statues. Ben-Hur and Titanic managed to equal that number, but Return of the King was the only one to win every award for which it was nominated. The Academy made the right decision. If they had chosen another picture, heads were gonna roll.